Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover's accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Yo. Mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. 1919. Just got to get my transition screen going. Okay, we back. Back with another live, y'all. This is day 2. Day 2 of topics, discussions, speaking your mind, speaking how you feel. Let's put it on the table tonight, y'all. And we're going to be accepting calls, too. It ain't going to just be no, expectation talk. Do the chat. You can chat, too, though. But ultimately, you get to speak your mind.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
That's kind of fire how you flip that, right? Get the music down a little bit. Y'all can hear a little bit better. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear pretty good, though, because this shit get pretty loud. Anyways, so I'm gonna throw it out there. We're gonna start with this shit, man. Where should we start? So expectations to me, right? This is how I look at expectations, right? And of course, everybody looks at it different. Me personally, I think expectations cause a lot more issues, you know, in relationships, friendships, you know, family ships, whatever you want to call it. Like, causes a lot of problems to me. That's to me. But I want to hear y'all side on it. I want to see what y'all think about expectations. I want to see where it drives you. What do you think about it? If you want to, you can call in. You can say what you want. You can speak in the chat. Do whatever you feel. I'm going to say a new subscriber. All right. So let's get to it. Let me get more context on the whole, I guess, expectations thing, because if I had to really sit here and look at it, you know what I'm saying? I think it's probably one of the leading problems in relationships. One of the leading problems with, you know, even just friendships or any type of shit at all. Like, you know, it's a communication issue that lies with expectations. I feel like everybody not really gonna understand each other, but some people feel like other people should understand everybody on one scale. Like, everybody should have the same thought process. Everybody should, you know, live life the exact same way. And I hate when people throw this one out there. They always throw out common sense when they really don't understand what common sense even is. It makes no sense. Common sense is something that I have in common and you have in common, right? That we can both kind of understand. Everybody doesn't understand the stuff that you understand. Can't expect anything from anyone. You have to make a choice if you can deal with it. Well, let me see. Deal with it, or if you can't. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I feel like a lot of people fail at that particular thing. They failed at expecting other people to think, act, speak, eat, whatever the fuck they want, or whatever the hell they like, or live life how the fuck they live it. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, I feel like if you have that and you hold that over somebody, then you're gonna have a lot of problems in your life. You are. And I ain't saying that in the sense of, like, you know, don't want somebody to do better. Of course, you could throw it out there. You could throw exactly how you feel out there. And, you know, hopefully they will want to do better, but they have to want to do better for themselves. You can't say that you want somebody to be better and expect them to be better. It has to start with that individual. So what you do is you pack your shit up. I'm not saying like everybody leave, you know, their significant other or whatever. I'm just saying, like, what you do is you pull yourself away from a situation so you don't have the expectations. You know? Now I would say it's easier said than done. A lot of people tend to, you know, get caught up in love or get caught up in how much time they put into a relationship. They get caught up in you know, being around for somebody for so long is hard to just live without them type of shit. I get it. I understand. But I think ultimately it's probably better to just pull yourself away from something before it gets worse, before you really become stuck. That's my personal opinion. That's why I will exit to the left if I can't deal. You want to elaborate on that? Do you want to speak how you feel on that? I can call you in. I can put you on the mic. I'll call you in a heartbeat. What the heck is this? What am I looking at right now? Okay, this is disgusting. That's crazy. Let me know. I'll call you. But yeah, and it's the same thing, right? We're gonna go into this too, because I don't want to stop this at relationships. I don't want this to just end at relationships. Cause I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong. They start to they pretty much start to look at life different for different people. You know what I'm saying? Even their kids, right? We have expectations of our kids, and this is most parents. This is most parents. A lot of like parents, they raise their children to be children and not raise their children to be an adult. Well, that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to be able to take care of themselves, to be able to articulate themselves well, to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to live life and be ready for the world, because we're not getting younger. You're not raising the kid to be a kid. You're raising the kid to be an adult. You're raising the kid to, like I said, be able to take care of themselves, you know? So that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. Basically, you have to make a choice and choose yourself first. Never compromise yourself to make someone else happy. I agree with that. What's up, Joy? You left and came back or something? That's kind of crazy. The chat disappears. I don't like that the chat disappears from there. I like y'all to be able to see the chat at all times. But yeah, man, I feel like it goes across the board. It don't just stop at friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Like, it goes into your kids as well. I feel like a lot of parents are very, very hard on their children, but really you're going to end up spending all your time fighting with your children. The same thing. Now it's okay to want to your kid to do good. Of course, you've been in their life the whole entire life or whatever. You expect them to be, you know, great or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want them. I'm sorry, not expect them. We want them to be great. So what you do is you put your time and energy into them being great. You can't expect them to just do it on their own. You can't expect to just tell them stuff. You have to push them towards that, especially while they're children. So I feel like even, you know, as a child, and it's not parents' fault. Are you on break? Oh, it's not parents' fault, right? But if you look at it, and I brought this up several times before, you don't spend a lot of time around your children. Like, I think parents think they spend a lot of time around their children. You don't. You don't spend a lot of time around your children. It's more people in their lives that spend more time around them. And that's going to be their friends, it's going to be their teachers, or whatever else. I was just having a conversation with someone about kids and allowing them to make decisions. Yes, allow them to grow, but you also have to be a parent. You can't always give into everything they want. Yeah, I mean, I understand everything they want, right? But you gotta go a little bit past everything they want. Like, you gotta also like think about guidance more to say than them wanting something and you denying it. You know what I'm saying? You got to think more about the conversation of having between the kid and you, not I'm the parent and I'm gonna tell you what to do and you better listen type of thing. Okay, that's no lesson behind that. You just telling somebody what they're doing instead of giving them a lesson, elaborating, you know what I'm saying, and having a conversation with them so they don't go towards that direction. I think a lot of parents don't understand that. A lot of kids would love to be influenced by their parents and love the attention and everything from their parents, but they don't give it. They don't give it. And it's not the parents' fault necessarily, but to a certain extent it is. It's like we all have an opportunity to be able to make a great life before our children come into this world. We have the opportunity. Everybody has that. I'm not going to say necessarily everybody. There's rape victims out there and shit like that dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? even them, right? You know what I'm saying? It's still opportunity there to where they can get to that goal of making sure that what's the topic? The topic is expectations, bro. They need guidance and the understanding. Absolutely. In a way, it's cause they are a foundation of what they grew up into. Absolutely. And that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? The foundation of where they grow up and how they grow up is what you get out. Like, it's literally like me. I don't really believe in karma. I think karma is just a result thing. Whatever you put in is what you get out. I don't think later on down the line, like, say if you kill somebody over here, later on down the line, somebody kills you and got nothing to do with that last murder. That's karma. Like, I don't believe that. I believe it's somebody else that might fucking kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. Do I got any callers? I can call somebody and you can elaborate how you feel. I see a lot of chat. Or you want me to call you, Clutch? You got some insight on this? Who shall cast the first stone out here? Eli streaming. Who want this heat? I'm waiting for somebody to disagree. Be funny. Call him. I want to hear his thoughts. Yes, sir. You better get a call, Clutch. He said, I agree. Oh, you agree on me calling you? For sure. We about to call you, brother. I know that's not what he's saying, but that's just funny. Call number one. Speak your thoughts, my man.
Yo, what it do?
I'm weak.
Nah, I agree with what you're saying. I agree. I just want to come up here, chill, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo.
What the fuck?
You said you don't believe in karma?
No, I don't personally believe in karma. I think karma is what you put in, is what you get out. That's why I think a karma would be more to say than what people look at as karma. Some people look at karma to be, oh, later on down the line, you know, something happened to you. It has nothing to do with the same situation. That's karma.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree to that.
I mean, that's how I look at it. But what do you have? What do you have on this whole take? I guess I could throw something out there for you. Do you believe that your children, right? Do you believe you should have high expectations on your children, or do you believe? Well, I'm gonna say, do you believe you have high expectations on your children?
I think, in a sense, as a parent, I think you should have high expectations for your kids, just because they're your kids and you want them to grow up great and shit. So yeah.
So you think you should have a high expectation? So say, right? Say your kid, you want something for your kid. You want them to be, you want them to go to college. Let's throw that out there, right? You want them to go to college, and academically they're not that great. They're not that smart. They're not, they're not some athlete or whatever else. They might be good at something, but it's not good. It's not the whole college thing. They're not even good at testing. Do you feel like you should have a high expectation on them even still?
Yes, because, school isn't for everybody, I can agree to that. Because, some kids dropped out and, started YouTube and shit, and, the parents might be like, what the fuck is this nigga doing type shit, so, but look at him now, he's making, millions of dollars and shit, and, high expectations, all max. So
it sounds like you kind of going back. Call Raylan once he get off. I want to talk about it. Call Raylan. I'll call Raylan phone. Okay. Because he on your phone. Yeah, but yeah. So it's like you kind of contradicting yourself a little bit, man.
shape, and form.
Because you said you should have high expectations on them, but then you're also saying that you kind of shouldn't. Like, say some people wouldn't be great at college or whatever else, but some people drop out and they get into they might get into like streaming or something like that and make money doing streaming or something. So, are you trying to more say like you just want your kids to be great?
I mean, to be honest, the end goal is just for the kids to be happy. You know, it's like, you had your time to shine already, you know, so you wouldn't want to make your kid go through something you didn't. So, you know, if he doesn't want to go to college, he doesn't have to, but you still have high expectations for him to get like a decent job and, you know, like just a small things. Yeah. And if he's happy, he's happy. You know, that's the angle, to be completely honest.
Yeah. So what you would consider high expectations is just them just being successful in life.
Not successful, like I said, like the end goal for when I have children, like for them to be happy. That's the angle. That's probably, you know, I think that's really good. Like, if you have go ahead.
So there's more to say for you for them to be happy then. So you don't have high expectations then.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Look, don't let me sway your opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Yeah, now you got me over here trying to fucking rethink my whole shit.
Angel said next caller.
So we're gonna go to a quick pause. Next caller. 5, 4, 3. You call somebody else. I'm gonna go to your stream.
Oh, wait. So you got anything else?
What's up?
She said, "Let me help the brother out. I'm weak." All right.
Come here.
It's my sister, bro.
Come here.
Thanks for calling, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and call the next caller.
Sure.
All right, bro. She said he's drowning. Hell yeah, kick something. All right, so who am I calling next? You said I'm calling Raylan phone. The man said what he said. The man said what he said. Yeah, he switched it up so many times, bro. Oh man, Rico here. Let's go. Another high intelligent person. It's funny. I had a discussion yesterday, bro, on what you was saying about the Instagram thing. You should go check that shit out. But we're gonna talk about that again in the next stream or whatever. But I want to start getting Discord going so y'all can start hopping in here and y'all can be on video as well. And I had it on the screen as well. So you're going to have all that going as well. So, all right, next caller. I'm calling Raylan phone right now, Brittany. Tell me how you feel. The man said what he said. High expectations. Turn your background down.
Hello?
Hello? You probably be better off taking it off speakerphone.
Hello?
Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah, I can stay your background though, but go ahead, speak your mind. Kick your you know, what you feel.
Alright, let me try this up. Alright, so the way I feel about it is basically when it comes to parenting, you kind of have to allow your children to make their own decisions. I do believe that. Like, for example, with Raylan, I understand that, you know, even though I would love for him to grow up and maybe go to college or be in sports or something like that, I can't make that decision for him. The only thing I can do is to basically support him. Now, what I do as a parent, I have often conversations with him and say, hey, what do you want to do with your life? And we know as with children, they're going to switch a million times. Same thing with adults. They're going to switch. But
Yes, sir.
and we're still trying to figure out our own life. So you can't set something for your kids that you didn't set for yourself. It doesn't make any sense. But sometimes, they can excel past us, and that's what we want as parents. But if they don't, you can't get mad about it. All you can do is support your children at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't set any, who's to say what success is? To me, I feel successful. Guess what? I'm not dead. I'm not homeless. I got money. I'm not broke. My kids are happy. They clean. To me, that's success.
Yeah.
Coming from where we came from, you know what I'm saying? So you can't make your own decision on what success is, and you can't set those expectations for your kids at all.
I feel that. That's actually a really, really good answer. That's actually a really, really good answer. That's something more that I would feel when it comes to kids. Like, I feel like I can't be in my kids' mind. I don't know how they feel. I don't know how great they are. I can probably get something out of it based off of, raising them, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is it still lagging, Angel? If so, bro, try to restart it real quick. Let me check it out real quick. But yeah, of course you'll get something out of them to understand who they are or whatever, raising them, whatever. You can understand their academic levels and stuff like that. But what we ultimately don't understand is what they mentally go through, you know what I'm saying, to have to achieve those things, or, you know what I'm saying, like what they go through to be great. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, mentally can't handle it for real. You know?
I mean, that's why it's your job to pretty much just guide them and try to help them as much as you can. We do understand that we have some kids that's going to slack on purpose because no one's on their ass. But that's why you got to step in, and that's when you put some type of, like, hey, all right, I know you're struggling, like, for example, with Raylan, right? I know he's good at math, but I know he struggles in reading. So my expectation for math, his math grade is going to be totally different from my expectations for reading. However, that's not going to stop me from trying to push him to get better at reading.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say, hey, you have to have all C's and B's or A's in order for me to be happy. No, because I understand that he struggles in different areas.
So for you, it's more of, you want the effort. You want to push him towards his effort, his best potential, the best that he feel like he can do.
That's
more
right.
to say.
That's right. Not for me. I can't make that decision on what he can do. Now, when you have kids and growing with them, like you constantly around them, you watching them, you're going to know what your kids are capable of doing and what they're not capable of doing.
Absolutely.
You're going to know that as a parent. You're going to know. Like I said, I'm on Raylan when it comes to his education. I know what he can do and what he can't do. I've seen him do it. So if you just completely slacking all the way around the board, it's because you just don't want to do anything. I'm not expecting your reading grade to be the same as your math grade because you're not strong in both areas.
Okay, so I want to speak on what you just said a second ago. You said when somebody's slacking on not wanting to do anything, or was slacking, right? Mm-hmm. All across the board, then that means, they don't want to do anything. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't put that in the same category as expectations?
No, because at the end of the day, you have to do something. You know what I'm saying? This is when the parenting steps in. This is when you being a parent steps in. They have to do something. They have to grow up. They have to get to school. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't get through certain things, they don't learn certain things, they're going to be lost in the world. This is when your parenting steps in. You can't just accept anything from your kids.
So back to your question. So you put school in the expectation, you put it in the same pit as expectation. Do you?
To me, it's very important to know certain things. I'm not expecting you to be the most intelligent person in the world, but I am expecting you to be able to, when you turn flipping 16, 17 years old, to be able to get up and go get a job, and you need to know how to count. you know how to read. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I guess I want you to be able to do that. That's very important. I'm not expecting you to be an A student, no, or know every single thing there is, no. No one's expecting you to do that. But certain things, yes, I do expect you to learn to do it. And if you're struggling with it, hey, I'm here. Or let's get this tutor, let's get some help. But certain things you have to have in life in order to move forward, to at least maintain a place, you know, to have money. You have to do certain things.
So, okay, so I think that's a good answer. I mean, but it still sounds like expectations to me. Even though I understand, like, look, I'm gonna put this on the table here. I personally don't expect people to not have expectations. I feel like people are gonna have them regardless, and it's gonna exist in this world. And some kids have become great out of expectations. You know what I'm saying? But I also seen it the other way around, where parents, they had expectations, and they completely gave up on their kids and let them kids just handle themselves. And, you know, they dropped out of school, all type of things. They become some of the most successful people in the world.
I wouldn't do that, because all you're going to do is end up pushing them away in the end. And there's no point of going through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just let them, they're gonna find their way eventually. You know what I'm saying? We all have to find our way.
Yeah.
It's a lot on a person, especially a child. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the whole depressed stage because I felt like nobody cared or nobody wasn't listening to me as a child. And that's why it's important for you just to allow them to find their way. But as a parent, you still have to guide them. And certain things you have to say, hey, I know this might be hard, but we got to get through this. And I'm going to be right there to help you to get through it. Certain things they have to have in life. They have to.
And do you feel like school is one of those things?
Certain parts of school, heck yeah.
Like basic
guidance
stuff.
Yeah, like normal, yeah, like math, reading, writing, stuff like that is very important for them to have.
So would you be really upset with Raylan if he dropped out of school?
No, not really.
At 9th grade?
At night, I kind of would, because I feel like he could finish. Regardless of what he come out doing, I feel like, you know, he has to keep pushing with certain things. Now, if he be like, Mom, I don't want to go to college. All right, cool. What you want to do? Let's find something else to do. But you can finish high school. It's not that hard. It's not that bad. Now, if you don't want to finish, they have alternative stuff. Like they have like GEDs and stuff like that. You have to get something to back yourself up. But as long as I see you trying, I'm right there. It is what it is. Okay.
Anybody want to counter any of those points at all? I can get the next caller in. Thank you for calling. That was a good breakdown. Of course, my views is not on the same level as your views, but I think that's still good. That's still very good to push your kid to the next level. Also, it doesn't sound like you're trying to be too hard on him, but at the same time, you want what's best for him.
Right.
That sounds good. All right, that was good.
Nah.
All right. Anybody else want to call? Rico, I like that comment, bro. So you just okay. So do you just accept that's not their strongest skill, or do you push them to improve it? See, that right there, that's a good lead into like next discussion. You want to elaborate on that, Rico? Call me, bro. Hell yeah. I already knew it. I already knew he was going to come up there with it, boy. That's a very intelligent T.I. motherfucking speaker motherfucker right here. Let's get this.
I just want you to know you fast as shit with that phone call.
You already know it. Look, I got this shit on low latency out here today.
Good God.
We got it on low latency today.
Hey, so I do want to ask this though. Elaborate on what you feel is too hard as far as pushing the child.
You said what do I feel is too hard?
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I don't have anything. Like, I don't have any feelings into this whole thing, but I do look at some certain things as far as like expectations, like it fits in the category of expectations. And when I say that, I'm saying like, okay, I feel like you can push somebody, right? But I will not expect them to get to the level that I want them to be at, if that makes any sense.
And I'm gonna ask you why. Why is that?
Only reason I say that because I don't know what a person is going through in their mind mentally. I don't look. I can honestly admit this as a person. I have had times where I procrastinated or whatever, and I've had times where I can push. And there's certain things in life, right, that I can actually like push myself ahead, and there's certain things that I feel like I can constantly fail at. I can constantly fall to. You know what I'm saying? And it's because my interest isn't there. It's not as easy for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things like that in life that I run into a brick wall all the time. Now, I will say that it's a possibility that you can push somebody further, and you can damn near force somebody to go further. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to expect them to hit the plethora. Like, I can't expect everybody to be great. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, then we wouldn't have what we have in society today. You know what I'm saying? But this is more of, you know, a discussion based off of how you would feel on it. That's just my particular feel on it. What do you feel on expectations?
So what I would say is this. For starters, expectations is really a reflection of the person who set them. And hold up, before I start this, I want to make this clear statement. The reality is this: everybody winging this shit. In life, everybody's fucking winging it. Nobody knows what the fuck they doing. People have like I don't know if that was your sister, but the girl who was just on before, like, people really do have strengths in life, and people who find passion in their strengths, yes, success. Looking at them, it looks swell. You feel me? Like, that's that plethora that you're referring to. But people who never find a way to excel in their passion and their skill, the shit that they're great at, they typically end up being a genius that's goddamn playing the guitar on the median on the middle of goddamn Mercury Boulevard. You feel me?
I agree.
But it's like, so when it comes to me and the expectations, it's like, again, it's really how everybody is groomed. Like, I know, again, like the last caller was saying, how because of where she's from, her standard of success is what it is. And to that degree, I understand that. But because I know that really is to me, you know, I say respectively, you know, that is a mindset of mediocrity. Like to have such low standards of a person is what allows a person to be mediocre. For instance, because of everything that I come from and what I've seen in life, and I never want my child to be nothing of what I am.
Yeah.
Besides my character, I love who I am. I know what I've overcome. I know the energy. I know my intentions when it comes down to me dealing with people on my day-to-day basis. Like, I genuinely every day can honestly say this. I do not wake up with the intention to bring malice or no harm to not one individual in my life. If I ever hurt your feelings or whatever, I swear it's unintentional. And that is 100% factual statement. So with that being said, to guide my kids in character, yeah, that's something that I can help build. That's part of my job. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, another thing, like she said, as far as like success is also, you know what I'm saying, subjective to the person. Cause like what she said is success, she has every right to feel like that's success.
Facts.
Like cause for instance, somebody could sit there and say, well, bro, matter of fact, like I just got up here and noticed you had, I think like 220 subscribers, right?
Yeah.
So somebody could look at that shit and say, 220? That's all? Man, there's people up here who got 13 million.
Yeah.
Then it's somebody else who like, he got 220. God damn, my boy's doing it out here. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for you, the amount of subscribers cannot even be your goal. It could be you just successfully doing what you're doing, whether it's one person who subscribe and watch, or if it's 200. You feel me? Like,
Fact.
Your success and what you established to be your goals are your goals. Can't nobody take that away from you. But with that being said is that, like, because of the success I know I've accomplished without the guidance I've had, so for now, for me to be mindful of all of the shit I never had, and to be able to put myself in a position where, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to learn and acknowledge all these different things and be more in control of myself emotionally, be more aware, and to be, you know what I'm saying, my communication skills, etc. So because of that, like what you said as far as like directing kids and not knowing what's going on with them mentally, that's part of being a parent. Because literally every day I wake up, my kids, I let it know, when I open my door every single day, no matter what they doing, my kids stop school or whatever, and they all run to their door and come give me a hug. Say good morning, Daddy. Every single day. No exaggeration.
That's dope.
Like, that right there, and our exchanges of I love you throughout the whole day. I talk, what y'all want to do today? Y'all got to have a day today. Like, for instance, my daughter, today was last day of school. What we doing tomorrow? Want to go get lunch? In those moments right there, yeah, not only do you get to feed, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in their spirit, but those are the moments you also sit there and talk to them. You get to sit there and understand what stresses and stuff that's going on into them in their life. You got to be mindful. At the end of the day, being homeschooled, it's not like they at school for 8 hours, like out of your control around strangers and taking on other people's energy. Like, no, they at the house. So it's like the idea of my kids, my oldest being 11, dealing with mental issues, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I wouldn't even claim no shit like that. We all human. We all got good days, bad days. That shit is not particular to nobody. Don't get me wrong. Depression is real.
Yeah.
It is real. But the way that people sit here and claim all of this weird shit, and to the point where they become victims to the shit, I'm not for that. I would never participate in my child taking on that energy either. So when it comes down to my standards for my kids, like, no, I want them and I expect them to be better than me because they got the tools. They got a me in their life. I didn't have a me. I didn't have a half of me. Because my kids have a me in their life, yes, that's training wheels. Yes.
Facts.
It's like, fuck the shit that the school teaching them. I'm not worried about that shit. That's me being a civilian in this goddamn country. So by law, my kids got to be educated somehow, whether it's through them or whatever the other rules are. But what I do tell you is this: to set my kids up. Yes, my kids, it's a card game I'm gonna send you to, bro. I posted on my IG at a point in time. I forgot what it's called, but it teaches them about financial literacy.
Woo.
Something that is not really common. I'm not even gonna say just amongst black people because I hate that stigma, but amongst lower class and even the lower middle class, which is what makes us in them classes. The lack of financial literacy.
Facts.
That right there itself can change a person's life. Like,
facts.
Let's be real.
So you believe in more of my bad. You go ahead, finish.
But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and come in. Like, to set up certain standards and access to information, you know what I'm saying, and to even a lot of things I did not have access to. Yes, that itself is going to make my kids better than me. It is. And for me to sit there and to be willing to accept mediocrity, it's going to allow them to accept it. If I aim for the fucking stars with them, and they fucking land on the moon, they still did way better than me.
Okay, so your expectations, my bad. I was about to say, so your expectations isn't to reach the plethora that you want them to reach, but more of pushing them to reach their best potential.
No. It's to help shape their potential.
Okay.
Mentally. Because let's be real, all of this shit is mentally. Everything that you are right now is based off of your thoughts from your past.
Facts. I believe
everything. In it. So to literally wake up and sit there and say you're going to accept mediocrity, you're going to be mediocre. There's no miracles with this shit. That's not how this shit works. You go back and you sit there and watch reels of any of your favorite anything, whether it's your favorite authors, your favorite athletes, your favorite whatever. Listen to how they speak about themselves, not just other people. Listen to the passion. Like, listen to how they talk about themselves and who they know that they are. You don't get to be them that much of an amazing person by waking up saying whatever is whatever. Fuck out of here. No, you become a whatever. By thinking whatever is whatever. You wake up and you shrug your shoulders and say, well, I'm good. That's all you're going to be. This shit does not change. Like, nobody hands you this shit. It don't. Like I say, and like, even again, the last caller was sitting there thinking about where she come from. That's my point. I know where I come from. Literally, the reason why I never smoked weed a day in my life was because and again, I don't knock weed now. I don't smoke it still. But the reason why I never indulged into it growing up was because I saw all the shit that my friends did just to get access to it. Like, I saw how they had the character that they needed to possess to go with the action of smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it goes with other activities too. Like, it's the reason why I didn't start socially drinking until I don't know how old I was. It's the reason why I decided to be a father when my father won't. Like, a lot of people say, oh, my dad was around, that's why I ain't shit. Nah, nigga, because my daddy wasn't around, that's the reason why I said, oh, I gotta be around. Because I know what the fuck this would do. I was the lucky one. The fact that I turned out to be somewhat decent without having my father around, without my mother being... She was the best mother she knew to be. I'm gonna give her that. Right. Even my daddy, I give him that credit. He was the best father he knew to be. I don't fault neither one of them. Great relations with both of them. I don't have that trauma.
I like that you say that.
Man, you feel me?
Facts. I like that you say that particular thing because that's something I speak on a lot too. A lot of parents don't really know how to be parents. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, nobody go to read books to be parents. Some people do, of course, but that still don't even teach you how to really be the best parent you could possibly be. It's all like you were saying earlier, you know what I'm saying? We wing it. It's all being winged. Like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's all being winged. Like, it's literally impulsive as hell, everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? So, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you out. I definitely want to speak on that part because that's something that I feel like a lot of people kind of miss. They don't understand that when you look at another person and you judge them on how they parent or how they live life and how they do things, you don't understand that this person don't have any training. They were thrown in that cage, you know what I'm saying? They had to fight. That's it. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Because no, you good. But see, that's the thing, bro. Everybody, like, people are conditioned differently. Like, me and you can go through the same exact shit. Me and you right now could both get, you know what I'm saying, God forbid. We could both sit here, get kidnapped, goddamn, and go through the same torture, all of that shit, and come from it. And you could, you know what I'm saying, our outcome could be completely different. I could come out and turn into a monster. Now I'm out here, goddamn it, turning into a goddamn vigilante, and I'm saving goddamn orphan kids and shit, and turning into Batman. Meanwhile, you over here, you goddamn in therapy. You in a crazy house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
That's my point. So it's like, even with all of the shit that people go through, how you come out of that shit, how you experience it, and where you go from mentally is what shapes it for you. But the reality is that the reason why it makes sense for everybody to set standards high for their kids and the standards were set for them is because that's the goal. The goal is for each generation to get better. You got to think about it. Like, for instance, my mom, her mama gave her up for adoption.
Damn.
My mama had 4 kids. Neither one of us ever saw a foster home. But it was a point in time when she wasn't here. But we was all staying with a family member, you feel me? Like,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, she did better than what her mama did. If I had to say so myself, like, you feel me? Like, so it's like, for her to not have a mother there, the bare minimum, she didn't have a mother there. Damn sure ain't had no daddy there. So her growing up in foster care and all the shit that she's endured, and I don't know half of what she done been through. For her to be emotionally in the space that she is and mentally, etc., and to have to raise kids and to somehow be better or to be something that she's never experienced, that's unrealistic. But that's my point, because of what I didn't experience with my mom, that kind of, it conditioned me to be who I am.
Right.
But also what I've experienced outside of that, I was just telling one of my homegirls I know since middle school that before I met them, and I never knew I needed them until like after. Like, but in middle school, I never knew shit in elementary. Like, in middle school, I went to school with people who was in the little special programs at Hands, the TAG, I think that's what shit called. Yeah. It was TAG or whatever. And I'm meeting kids that stay in the suburbs now. You know, in elementary school, those people that stay like in a 10-block radius down there.
Word.
You don't worry about it though.
Local
you
shit.
You can walk to them people's house. Middle school, nah, nigga. You meeting people that stay uptown, midtown, like. And I'm meeting people like, again, who stay in the suburbs. So I'm going to their house. I'm seeing shit that I only seen on Disney Channel.
Facts.
I'm seeing motherfuckers with 2 parents. I'm seeing motherfuckers with their own rooms, dog. Like, they got their own room. They got a game room, a theater room in their house. What the fuck? Y'all got extra rooms, and we don't got enough rooms at my house.
The facts.
Like, so
Sleeping in the same bed as this, so probably.
So yeah, so me experiencing this shit and seeing this shit, I'm like, yo, damn, like, how the fuck do I get this? And that's the way I'm driven, bro. That's my ambition. It's always like I'm not even now. I never sit and say, oh, I can't afford that, or I can't get that. I always say to myself, how the fuck can I get that? And I get it every time. You know me, bro. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You know me, like,
that's real shit.
It's nothing that I feel like I can't touch my hands on. That's my point. Is because that shit started mentally. So my kids are not at no disadvantage. I'm not going to treat them as if they are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to teach them as if the world that they growing in is any tougher than what it was that I was in. The thing is that I'm in their life, and I'm aware of this shit. Like, you don't want to talk about like being socially aware. That's a gift to be able to sit there and have these conversations with your kids. Right now, if your child turned on the TV and saw all of this random, horrible shit that they displaying specifically to trigger us and our emotions, and I'm able to have a conversation with my child, it's a knowledgeable conversation. It's an enlightened conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Fact.
So, like, because I am in their life and I know what I possess, it's my job as a father to pass that on to them. So why wouldn't they plant that seed and grow more from there? That's the idea.
Fact.
That's the idea. And it's like, so that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we all winging this shit. So ain't nobody necessarily wrong at all. You feel me? Like, people pretty much doing the best of their ability. But one thing I'll say to anybody, you know what I'm saying, because I got my phone in my pocket and I don't think I can see YouTube or who watching, is that, to be honest, man, strive to be your absolute best, man. Don't settle for mediocrity. And that shit comes with discipline. Like, it's going to involve you doing shit you don't want to do. It's going to be shit you don't want to do. Like, but you got to do that shit. You got to love that shit. You got to love the pain, and you absolutely breaking the mold that you got for yourself, because then you can't expect your child to do it if you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thing. That's my little take. I apologize if I took too much time.
No, I think that was good. That was a great fucking breakdown, bro. That was a great breakdown, bro. Like, I feel like you touched on pretty much every single point. Of course, you know, is a couple things probably, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people wouldn't see inside of there. But I took a lot from that. I took a whole lot from that shit. I mean, I will say that I will ask you this question though. Would you be upset with your kids if they didn't finish school?
They didn't finish school?
Yeah, they didn't finish school.
I'm gonna say this, because I don't really care too much for the systemic school education shit, to be honest. If my kids didn't finish school, I would love to see what they doing before they decide to drop out. Meaning, you're not gonna drop out and try to figure this shit out. No, you're gonna be progressive while you figuring shit out. Like, that's my thing. Always be moving. Like, don't be stagnant for nothing. I'm gonna tell you this one good example. I had one of my young homeboys. He had graduated, and he was working at 7-Eleven. And I had everything. Listen, I had every bit of initiative and the contact to get him to work in the shipyard. And I told him, I said, bro, this does not have to be your end goal. But while you here, while you figuring life out, make good money, get benefits. Put yourself in the best position you could be while you figuring this shit out. So with that being said, I would apply that same logic to my kids. Like, if you decided that you didn't want to finish high school, what are you doing? And you got to be doing it. I got to see it. Like, if you some type of goddamn computer genius or engineer, goddamn it, you out here building the next fucking Tesla, oh, okay. What you need? What you need? Like, what software do we need to go get? Like, I'm going to support that. I'm going to support you in your dreams and your goals, but just understand there comes a foundation. There's certain standards that you got to have. You're not going to sit around and you got to be seeking some type of education. Like I say, I'm not bit high on this whole, you know what I'm saying, systemic education. Like, I don't care too much for that. But, like, even with last caller said, like, bro, this shit ain't hard. Like, if you feel like you too smart for this shit, then prove, let me see that. And then what's the plan? But you're not going to just drop out because you feeling lazy. Because you feel that it's not for you. Fuck your feelings. People losing life so much because of their feelings. Like, a motherfucker can say some shit that just makes them feel bad. But is it a fucking fact? Is it the truth? Is it what you need to hear? People avoid, like, information so fucking much, and they neglect it because of how it makes them feel. I'm an emotional person. I really am. I don't give a fuck about no feelings over facts, especially when it's some shit that conditions your life. We not doing that because you want to be in your feelings. You don't feel like getting up today. Fuck that. Fuck that. No sir. No sir. We ain't gonna set you up for failure like that. So like, yeah, I expect them to finish it. Why not? It's school. I don't even hope they go to college. I don't want to teach my kids to be an employee.
Yeah.
I don't want them to get a job at 16. No. Start a business at 16.
That's
and
fine.
the thing about it is, I already started. I got shit in works for my kids already. I done talked to my kids about little stuff, like even if it's been like little boutiques, everything. My kids have talked about doing YouTube, all of that shit. Like, that's my point. So like, it's so many different ways to make money out here and to still like to be passionate about what you're doing, but still actually have some type of monetary, you know what I'm saying, return on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I don't need them to do what I want them to do as far as like, hey, be a doctor. Like, it's not specific. But it's like, yes, man, be every bit of greatness that's in you. Every bit of it. There's not a human born before you that is greater than you. That is greater than you. That was created to be greater than you. There's not one. You can be absolutely as great as you want to be. That shit starts on you believing you can be as great as you want to be. And I'm trying to tell you, man, listen, I look back at these goddamn Knicks interviews now. You look at Kobe. Man, look at Kobe talk just for goddamn 30 minutes. You don't even need 30. Give him 10. Him. Simon Sinek. Goddamn the E.T. the hip hop preacher. Like, listen to these people, because you gotta think that you're a monster before you become one. Everything that you are, you had to have thought of that shit. Like, that is real. So I'm not gonna teach my kids to think mediocre. No. Why? You need, like, why? Why would you do that? But yeah, that's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done took over, 20 minutes, bro. Your football time me, man.
No. Look, I thought that shit was dope. Look, yeah, that's rights and all that shit going the whole time, damn near. So I feel that, all that shit. So look, I think that was dope. I think that was hella dope. So pretty much.
I appreciate it, big dog. Thanks for having me on, man.
Damn right. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All
right, bro. That was dope. So what did y'all take out of that? Do y'all take that he has expectations, but his expectations is because he want better for his kids than him? Do you feel like it's not expectations? That shit was, he said fire. Oh shit. Sheesh. Put that fire on the table. So what do y'all think? Y'all think that's expectations, but that's expectations because he want greater. He want better for his kids. He said, "Oh, you want to speak? You want to call? You can get one. You already know it." What the fuck is I am? Yes, but that's what makes a good parent. You feel like it was kind of more in between, not necessarily I'm gonna hold down full expectations on them, but some things I'm gonna have expectations on them about. Financial literacy, man. That's crazy. I feel like a lot of things, though, a lot of tools are missing from a lot of people to be greater than what they are. And I feel like a lot of things that he related was, well, the first thing I'm gonna speak on, I like what he was saying about his kids got him. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of go back to what I was saying even earlier about the whole, you can set the foundation for your kids and you can give them the best opportunity to be better than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Well, not better what they are, but better than, I would say what society expects them to be or whatever else. Like, you have the opportunity to do that for them. Yeah, that's what makes a good parent. Like he said, we learn as we go, right? And that's what I feel. Facts. I believe in the winging it thing. I'm about to KO, but I think expectations speak volumes in ourselves, opposed to the words means. I think so too. I think that's pretty good. I think expectations, to me, I think it's something that you can really put on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak on this real quick before you go and everything. I know you about to go come out in the stream anyways, because we had an hour and 5 minutes. I feel like, and something I heard a lot of people speak on. I heard you speak on it too before, and I heard Rico speak on it too before. But the accountability thing that was mentioned the other day when we were at the bar or whatever is something that I feel like a lot of people can use. And it kind of go back to what Rico was just saying about the tools thing. Like they got, like, his kids got him. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody that can hold you up to expectations, and it's for the better, and it's for you, it's for them, you know what I'm saying? And like, y'all can kind of help each other, then I think it's a good thing to have expectations on people. I think it's good to have that. You can push somebody to be greater than, you know, what they think they can be. It can push them beyond, you know, their potential, or it can just push them to their potential. You know what I'm saying? So I think that shit was good. I think that shit was great. That was a great breakdown. Anybody got any last words, anything they want to say before we end this stream? I think it was a good, positive, a good, productive stream. It was good. That's fire. All right, I guess that ends the stream, man. I really appreciate y'all, man, for coming through, speaking how y'all feel, and giving y'all breakdowns on everything. Yeah, until next time, man. Peace out, family. Damn. Woo.